So we talked about the environment, and now we're going to talk about wildlife. So first of all, as I remember, you told me that you like animals, right?
Yeah, we love animal. I and all my family members.
Of course. And you have pets, as I remember.
Yeah, I have pets.
Yeah, it was cat or dog?
Yeah, nowadays it's a cat
Of
and a
course.
many bird and
Oh, of
singing
course. Yeah,
and
I
a talking
remember
bird. Yeah,
singing. Yeah, I
a
remember.
lot of
Yeah, of
birds in
course.
my home.
Wow, it's perfect, actually. So I think you brought nature into your house, and that's really good. So especially when they sing and you can listen to the birds, wow, sounds, it's like perfect. So that's
Yeah,
really good idea.
amazing.
Well, so the first one, so first of all, let me give you an alternative when talking I like. Of course, you can say I like. It's really good, really natural way to say, so I like. But you also say I adore. For example, I adore cats. I adore dogs. So it's I really like. So it's so you can use this one. I adore. Or if you are a big fan, I'm a big fan of cats. So for example, I'm a big fan of dogs. So this one. Or another one that is really good one. For example, I'm a cat person. So it's like, I like having cats. So you can use this phrase, but I adore or I'm a big fan. So both of them are usable, just I like. Well, let me ask you a question about people. You know that unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I'm not sure about it, but nowadays, there are lots of people around the world that actually pet some strange and wild animals. Like it's really uncommon and it's really weird. For example, lion. For example, snake. I don't know, tiger. What do you think about petting some like wild animals?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that somebody kept wild animals, as you said before. But I don't think it's safe for the owner because the wild animal has the natural uh, inside of a wild animal, so we can't make them like pets. Yeah.
Course, it's like, I do agree with you. Unfortunately, just let me say something about pet. So pet, Helen, can be used as a verb or noun, both of them. So you can say they pet wild animals. It means they make them pets. So you can say they pet. For example, I pet dog. I pet a dog. So it means I have a dog as a pet. So you can also use it as a verb that's really common to use. We normally say. And of course, it's not really, I think, I don't know, it's like really normal to pet a wild animal. And as you said, it's not safe for the owner and it's not good for the animal. It's like,
Yeah.
imagine that size and for example run through. Yeah, it's not really good. So, but unfortunately, do you think, don't you think some people are getting crazy? It's just because money, I don't know, what is that? Because
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah, we watch some videos on YouTube. And I'm
Yeah, I think we will protect them not to raise them at home because that is not the environment, the good environment for them to live.
of
Yeah,
course, I definitely agree with you. It's not a safe and good environment. And of course, it's not their natural habitat. It's not. It's home. It's not their habitat. Okay. Well, the first word is wildlife, so you know that. So actually, wildlife refers to any kind of wild animal. So it's like wildlife. Okay. So for example, you can say wild animals, or you can say wildlife. And we say undomesticated animals. So because we have domestic animals that we can have at home, I don't know, chicken, dogs, or something like this, but they are undomesticated. animal. Okay, so type, so it means they can't be domestic, so wildlife. And and you know that. So for example, you have, that's really good. So you have a place, a location, like, you know, in order to conserve and protect wildlife in the south of Vietnam. Is it right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's national park or something like this.
No, it's a forest which is it can be protect. They develop to protect wild animals.
That's really good. So a protected area, a
Yeah.
natural habitat, but it's protected. Yeah, that's really good. Well, so this is the first one. So wildlife means wild animals. And opposite, as you can see, domestic animals. So the problem is to make some undomestic to domestic animals. It's like it's not really normal to make, you know, domestic animals are really different. So because they, yeah, that's really interesting. I want to ask you, here we have, domestic animals depend on human. But I think in some cases, most of cases, human actually depend on domestic animals. What do you think? We depend on, or they depend on us?
Yeah, I think both because you know we kept this and we love the domestic animals.
Yeah,
So
of course.
I think both.
Yeah, especially when they become actually like part of family. It's like, you know, it's difficult to live without. Well, so let's talk about different categories or classifications so of animals. So insect, of course, you know, so it's, you know that like bugs, insect, but we have different, actually 5 groups of animals because, you know, today we're going to discuss them. The first one, mammals. Also, you know that it's like, you know, they normally have the same characters like human, of course, physical, like, you know, they give birth and they produce milk, so they're mammals, a lion or tiger. And we have fish, of course, you know this. We have birds, and here we have 2 other that are reptiles and amphibians. Do you have any idea about reptiles and amphibians, the meaning of these two species or type of animals? What are reptiles, what are amphibians?
Honestly, I don't know exactly the meaning of reptiles.
So first of all, reptile, let me write the meaning. Okay, reptiles are, first of all, they are cold-blooded, air breathing, so they breathe air. And you know, they, of course, like lizard, snake, and turtles,
I know.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
alligators, so they are reptiles. So first of all, if I want to give you 2 characteristics, the first one,
okay,
they are
cold blooded.
air breathing, so they breathe air. So this is about reptiles, like as I told you. And we have another one that is amphibians. So amphibians can live both on land and water, both of them. For example, frogs, they are
Yeah.
amphibians because they can live. So again, they are cold-blooded. So the difference here, mammals are warm-blooded, just like human. But you know, they are cold-blooded and they can live both in water, on land. So like, you know, of course. Well, and now insects. So do you have allergy to any insects?
Luckily, no.
Yeah, of course, it's luckily. Okay, and tell me, are you afraid of insects? Because
Yeah,
I am.
and I'm scared, but yeah, the spoil sex.
Really, I want to, I'm ready to be alone with a tiger or a lion in a cage, but not with insects. Yeah, it's like phobia. I'm not what it is. Ooh, I can't. Yeah, okay. So insects and reptile. So we just discussed this, as you can see. And that's, what do you think about people who pet reptiles? Because I saw it, like, lizards especially. What do you think about people who pet reptiles?
I can admire, but I can't because I'm scared of that reptiles,
Of
and I don't
course.
think I can keep them someday. No.
Ooh, of course, never, especially lizard. They
Yeah.
move fast. Ooh. Yeah, of course, it's not a good idea. Well, and the verb conserve. We use conserve as protect. So we need to conserve. And as you can see, we have a collocation here, two adjectives, two synonym adjectives together. That's really good. We normally use it. Why we use, so let me give you actually an explanation here that is really important, Helen. Sometimes we use some advanced or some maybe difficult adjectives or noun or anything, normally adjectives. It's difficult to understand the meaning of these adjectives for example, audience, people who listen or read, okay? So we try to give another alternative that is the synonym of the first one, but the easy. Conserve. Oh, what is the meaning? Conserve and protect. Ah, they are synonyms, so I can understand the meaning. So that's really good to use collocations. Collocation means combination, something like logical combination of words that, they are different type. This one is one of them, two adjectives together. Well, and let me ask you, why is it important to conserve the environment or the natural habitat? Why is it important?
I think it's very important to keep the variety of life habitat. Yeah.
Of course, of course. Well, and let me ask you another question. When you go to zoo, of course, it's really normal sometimes. What do you think about actually the animals, animals that are kept in captivity? In cage, of course, zoo, like, what do you think? Do you think a good idea to save endangered animals, or no, you think it's better leave them to go to their nature?
Um, I think any government should have um, a plan. And um, for me, I think we just keep some of them, just one or two individual animals to show the children how it look like um, for a certain time, and then we return it to the natural environment,
Of course.
because
Well,
I don't think it's good to keep them kept in captivities.
yeah, of course. And I think, let me write here, I think by keeping especially wild animals in captivity, ecosystem can be badly affected, affected. I think. Like, we are making change, we're changing their ecosystem. So because we want to keep them, because we think that we are conserving, in some cases it's good, but of course not all the time. Well, so as you can see, wildlife, domestic animals, insect, reptile. Do you want to use them to make some sentences?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you got. Okay, so if you want, you can make sentences to use them. If no, we can pass this word. So it's your choice. You want to make sentence or you want to pass to novice?
I want to save the time, so I will make sentences by myself.
Of course, yes. Well, and eager beaver, what is the meaning of this? So actually, when someone is eager, it's like, someone who, I don't know, normally takes more tasks or work harder than others. Okay, so this is the meaning of eager beaver. So it's like, someone who has unbelievable amount of energy and enthusiasm. Like, they're volunteer, they show up early because they want to do lots of, they are eager beavers. So first of all, do you know anyone or are you an eager beaver?
Yeah, I can say that, but I don't think I will. After I help the homeless animals, I can keep them all. No, I will give it to the government.
Of course, it's not only about animals, so we can say an eager beaver is someone who has an unbelievable
And we are always enthusiastic.
Of course, that is really important to be, enthusiastic, okay? Amount of energy and, as you said, enthusiasm. Okay, so to do something. It can be anything. For example, energy. Okay, let me write here. Okay, it can be any type of it. For example, I don't know, my brother is eager to help people. He's always ready. For example, my friend is real eager beaver. Why? Because always is volunteer to stay late. So like, okay, I can stay late. I can complete all tasks. So this is the meaning of eager beaver. And it can be for different use in different situations, not only about animals. Okay, well, we have a structure here, but before we talk about these two structures, I want to talk about something else related to this topic, but not actually as the meaning, the same, not having the same meaning as animals. So, for example, idioms, two good idioms that we can use. And they mean undecided, when you're not sure, when you are not sure about what you want to do. How to say? So if you say that on the fence, okay, for example, on this matter, on, for example, this one, or this matter, on this issue, or you can say it means in two minds about, for example, this. So they're the same, okay? It means you are undecided because the topic is about animals. So I remember it. So when you say I'm on the fence, so if someone says that, oh, I'm on the fence about this or on this issue, it means I'm undecided. I can't decide whether this one is good or no. It means I am in two minds about something. So actually, this is something that I wanted to mention here because it's a good one and you can use it. Well, for example, maybe now about your business, your new business, you are on the fence.
That's right.
Yeah, because, are you?
That's right. Yeah.
You're related.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. And it's really difficult, it's like, when you can't decide what to do, because I experienced like, okay, keep going or stop. Yeah, it's really difficult. Well, and now it's about time. Do you have any idea about the meaning of this? It's about time. What is the meaning?
Yeah. we used to say that we should do something. Um, mm, Maybe we can do it sooner, but we don't.
Of course, you know, especially used to say often in an annoyed way, you know, that something, as you said, should have happened sooner. It's late for it now. Okay, so you can say, so it's about time that, as you can see, so when something should have happened sooner, especially in an annoyed way. It's like, you know, for example, okay, they're getting married. Well, it's about time. So maybe they had to do it sooner, but of course, it's time. Well, so you can use the structure this way, and it's really easy actually. Well, and not only annoyed, just let me say something, say, okay, definitely annoyed. Just, you know, sometimes maybe it can be considered as an empathic way, you know, but something should happen, but, you know, actually, or should dawn, but no, be done now, but of course it didn't happen. Well, it's about time that, as you can see the structure, it's about time that the government banned the ivory trade. Or if you do, actually it's something like optional, as you can see, because of this, we have it in brackets because it's optional, it's your choice. So after it's about time, so you can use the subject, okay, someone, so we, the government, they, okay, and then, so we have passed, we stopped. Okay, so you can, the past form of it, okay, because you're talking about something that actually should have done and happened in the past, but of course it didn't, okay? Well, this way you can use it, okay? Can you use the structure in one sentence?
Yeah, it's about time we protect our planet better.
Of course, it's about time that we actually protected. So this one is, you know, ed form of, yeah, you can say this one, you can use it just, you know, solely. Like, for example, oh, we need to protect, it's, for example, we need to protect the environment. It's about time. So at the end, I say it's about time. If you want to add your second phrase, of course, it's better to use past form of verb. So government banned, we protected, we conserved, okay? So it's about time we conserved, okay? Well, and do you have any questions related to the structure, EDM, words and phrases that we just discussed?
No, I got it.
Okay, very good. Well, so we have a listening section, but let's talk about this topic more. That is not bad. Okay. Well, let's compare zoos, animals that are kept in captivity or zoos, and of course, those that live freely. So let's compare, let's talk about maybe good, positive, and negative points about these two groups of animals. So what do you think? So what do you think? If you think zoos are good, why? If you think zoos are not good, why? Comparing to animals that live in nature.
I think that people keep animals in zoos for trading, just for trading. I think so, and a little purpose, that is to show the wild animal to the children who need to be taught about the animal. Yeah. But I think it's not good for the animal when they live uh, in zoo, because that's not really environment.
Worse.
Um,
Yeah, ecosystem. Yeah, of course, I do agree with you. So, uh,
Ecosystem. Yeah.
yeah, of course. So actually, I want to give you one or two words, maybe useful words that you can use. The first one that is really important. So don't you think, let me ask you, for example, actually people, as you said, yeah, of course, I think they use animals. So not only, yeah, of course, not everyone, I'm not talking about, also, so because, yeah, we have places that really protect animals, so we know that. But don't you think that if we keep animals in zoos, they will lose their instincts? For example, they can't hunt because
Yeah.
they don't learn how to,
Yeah.
so I think the first problem, okay, is that animals lose their instinct. It's like, of course, they don't learn how to hunt. So it's really,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, of course, and normally they become depressed because this is a part of the body, the character. So, but they can't. So maybe they become depressed. So we have a lot of animals that die when, for example, I don't know, living in zoos because they can't. And another problem, sometimes we see that they keep a lot of animals so in small cage. Enough place is really important. They need to walk, they need to play, they need to do something. So by keeping animals cooped up, so the second problem is keeping animals cooped up. What it means? It means in a small cage. This is another problem that actually human cause. Like, so for example, I think by keeping them like cooped up, I think there are more chances of extinction. They don't get the conditions they need to reproduce, mate. They don't have a chance, so of course they become extinct maybe. So it's another problem, okay? But if you want to mention one positive point about keeping animals in zoos, what can you mention?
Yeah. I think we kept them to to help them to alive, protect them from hunter, for example.
Of course, yeah, very good. Yeah, of course, that was really good. Especially some animals, okay? For example, you say hunter, but I say for animals, you can say predator. Predator means hunter.
Yeah.
Animals that kill other animals. Yeah, of course, we can save them from predators. Like, because they will eat them if they are freely, for example, in nature. So the number will decrease. So, of course, predator or hunter. So you can use, yeah, of course. And don't you think that they can be good for some educational purposes, like, they can study, they can know, let children know.
Uh, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the children should contact with them by eye with eye. Yeah,
It's for educational,
yeah, for educational.
of course, it's really good. Children learn, they see, as you said, so actually they can learn about a wide range of animals so that they normally don't have a chance. For example, okay, we don't have a chance to see a lion or a tiger in nature. It's not actually the way that we can go. But of course, this is a good way. Well, okay, and now let's keep going. I think if I can find any other word, I will tell you. Okay, well, so Use the structure. It's about time to suggest what should be done to make our planet a better place to live. What should be done, you think? It's about time that what?
It's about time that we protect the forest, rainforest. Yeah, for the wild animals.
Yeah.
And it's about time to protect coral reef for the ocean.
Of course, of course, of course. And just we protected. Yeah, of course, it's about time that we protected. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. And of course, sea creatures as well. We need to protect. And well, so let's listen. Let's listen and answer the questions. Okay. Just, oh, we have a slot here. Well, 16. 1 moment. Okay, ready? Let's get started.
Unit 9, Recording 5. Question 1.
The best sense of direction. Perhaps it's the butterfly.
I'm not sure.
It's hard to say. Well, it could be sea turtles.
Maybe.
They swim everywhere, don't they?
It might be. But I think it's the butterfly. It can't be the taxi driver, can it?
It's definitely not the taxi driver.
Okay, here are the answers. Sea turtles travel 3,000 miles a year, and when they lay eggs, they go back to the place where they were born. So they have a great sense of direction. New York taxi drivers drive 37,500 miles a year. They know the fastest way to any address in New York. But sea turtles and taxi drivers do not have the best sense of direction.
So it must be the butterfly.
The winner is the monarch butterfly. At the end of every summer, they fly from Canada to Mexico, and no one knows how they do it.
Question 2.
So who's the best athlete? That's a good question.
I'm not sure.
It could be triathletes.
Or rats.
Rats are the winners. A rat is the Superman of animals. Rats can kill animals that are much bigger than they are, and they can eat electric wires. They can swim a mile and survive in water for 3 days. They can also jump 3 feet and fall 45 feet and survive.
That's amazing.
Question 3.
Who sleeps the most? Let me think. It can't be the human baby, can it? And it's not the black bear.
It must be the sloth. They spend most of their lives asleep.
So what's the answer?
Well, the black bear sleeps for about 7 months a year. The females are even half asleep when they have their babies.
Wow.
Human babies usually sleep about 18 hours a day, but only in their first few months. So sloths are the winner. They sleep 15 to 18 hours a day for their whole life.
Question 4.
Who has the best memory? That's a good question. It's hard to say.
It must be humans. We remember things for years.
Or elephants?
Here's the answer. Female elephants remember friendly elephant faces, and this helps protect the group. Jays store their food in secret places and always remember where they put it. But humans are the winners. We have the best memory because we are able to organize time. We have concepts like yesterday, last week, and tomorrow. And these help us to remember things better. We also have ways to record information like writing and photos.
I thought so.
Well, the first one.
Yeah. First one is a normal butterfly.
Yeah, of course, monarch, butterfly, of
Have the
course.
best sense of direction.
Yeah, and number two, the
Two
best.
is a rat.
Oh.
They are Superman in survival.
Yeah, of course. And the next one, who sleeps the most?
They are a sloth. They can use most of their life to sleep.
Yeah, of course. And do you know this animal, sloth? Do you know?
I know it's on TV.
Yeah, of course. So cute. Yeah, they do move. And who has the best memory?
That is an elephant. They can protect their food. Yeah, by memories.
Are you sure? I'm not sure about this answer. I'm not. Yeah, they do. Elephants, but listen, no. Listen,
No?
And this helps protect the group.
listen.
Jays store their food in secret places and always remember where they put it. But humans are the winners.
But humans are the winners. Yeah, of course
Oh.
they have, but we have the best memory. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. We have, yeah, at least we have the best memory. So comparing to animals, so that's really good. Well, and do you know jaybird? It's a really beautiful bird. Do you know it? So
Yeah.
it's a blue bird, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, and now, let's keep going. Okay, so now match the animals or people in the quiz with 7, 1, 2, 8. Okay, so according to, do you want to listen again and match them? Because yeah, you need
Match
to match
from 1 to 8.
to the animals that just mentioned, or people or animals. Do you want to listen again to match, or you don't need? So because, for example, which animals lay their eggs where they were born, like, sea turtle, or they go from Canada to Mexico. So I think it's not bad to listen again to check. Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's listen. Well,
We have the best memory because we are able to organize time.
Unit 9. Recording 5. Question 1.
The best sense of direction. Perhaps it's the butterfly.
I'm not sure.
It's hard to say. Well, it could be sea turtles.
Maybe.
They swim everywhere, don't they?
It might be. But I think it's the butterfly. It can't be the taxi driver, can it?
It's definitely not the taxi driver.
Okay, here are the answers. Sea turtles travel 3,000 miles a year, and when they lay eggs, they go back to the place where they were born. So they have a great sense of direction. New York taxi drivers drive 37,500 miles a year. They know the fastest way to any address in New York. But sea turtles and taxi drivers do not have the best sense of direction.
So it must be the butterfly.
The winner is the monarch butterfly. At the end of every summer, they fly from Canada to Mexico. And no one knows how they do it.
Question 2.
So who's the best athlete? That's a good question.
I'm not sure.
It could be triathletes.
Or rats.
Rats are the winners. A rat is the Superman of animals. Rats can kill animals that are much bigger than they are, and they can eat electric wires. They can swim a mile and survive in water for 3 days. They can also jump 3 feet and fall 45 feet and survive.
That's amazing.
Question 3.
Who sleeps the most? Let me think. It can't be the human baby, can it? And it's not the black bear.
It must be the sloth. They spend most of their lives asleep.
So what's the answer?
Well, the black bear sleeps for about 7 months a year. The females are even half asleep when they have their babies.
Wow.
Human babies usually sleep about 18 hours a day, but only in their first few months. So sloths are the winner. They sleep 15 to 18 hours a day for their whole life.
Question 4.
Who has the best memory? That's a good question. It's hard to say.
It must be humans. We remember things for years.
Or elephants?
Here's the answer. Female elephants remember friendly elephant faces, and this helps protect the group. Jays store their food in secret places and always remember where they put it. But humans are the winners. We have the best memory because we are able to organize time. We have concepts like yesterday, last week, and tomorrow. And these help us to remember things better. We also have ways to record information like writing and photos.
Well, so the first one, so of course we have the answer. Number 2, they go from Canada to Mexico.
Yeah, and there are no much butterfly.
Monarch, butterfly, monarch, of course, butterfly. And number 3, they can eat electric wires.
3 and 4 is the rat.
Rats, of course. They're really dangerous animals, don't you think? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, they can kill animals that, you know, are really larger in size than them. So I think they're really dangerous animals. And they sleep 18 hours a day for the first few months.
That is a sloth.
No, human babies out of their life. So few months, first few months. Sloth the whole life.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, of course. The difference, human babies sleep 18 hours a day for the first few months of their life, but sloth, the whole life sleep. Yeah. Number 6.
Yeah, that is the sloth.
Of course, sloth. And 7.
The human.
No, female elephants.
Female elephant. Yeah.
Yeah, first, female elephants. And they hide their food and remember where it is.
Yeah, elephant.
No, joy. Oh, jaybird, I say joy. Jaybird, of course. A bird.
Yeah,
It hides, of course, but then, yeah, I can't remember where it is, so it has good memory.
I have a mistake. I think two sentences is the subject for an animals. Yeah.
No, they're different. They have, so the number 7 is talking about elephants, as you remember and mentioned. Female elephants have good memory to actually memorize and remember friendly faces so that they can follow the group. But you know, jaybird can actually hide his food and then remembers where it is. That's really good. Interesting. Yeah. I can't find what I hide at home. I put something somewhere. Oh, what was that? So where was it? And my daughter said, Mom, okay, just for example, I don't know, something for school or something else. Yeah, that is really good. A bird can, but we can't. We are busy. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I hide something and I can't find it. Well, okay, so let's discuss this question according to the words and phrases that we just learned. Okay, what is the importance of wildlife?
So some of them can provide humans with food, medicines, chemicals, and other materials. But if we overuse of this is not good.
Of course it's not good. It's a bit, you know, maybe kind of selfishness, I think. We use them for chemicals, we use them for medicine, we use them for food, and you know, so of course they're a part of the ecosystem, like in a food circle, so it's normal. Yeah. So we are a part of the circle, but you know, but yeah, as you said, it's not really fair that, especially nowadays. So we use them. It's like abusement. We use them, I don't know, but for everything. And yeah, what do you think about they maintain balanced environments? I do agree with this one.
Yeah,
I
think so.
Yeah, of course. The second one, okay, let's talk about your country. So are people in your country worrying about endangered animals? They take action, for example, to protect them.
Although the government have some regular to protect the animal, the wild animal, um, but I find that uh, people don't allow that. Yeah, and they still damage the wild animal.
So let me say, so first of all, if you mean rules, you need to use the word regulation. Because regular is different from regulation.
Yeah,
Regulation is rule. Yeah, regulation. Yeah, but you know, people don't follow, you mean, don't follow the rules and policies like, you know, and they hurt animals, you mean?
That's right.
Ah, of course. So why? Really? Why?
Money just for money.
Of course, everywhere, yeah, all around the world. Unfortunately, yeah, for money, it's like. And so, tell me, I want to know if, because you have a green country, right? Because I have no idea, but so tell me about your country because most of the year you have rain and you have, of course, you know, sun. So I think it should be really green country, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I think actually there should be lots of maybe animal species in your country, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And how do people live, you know, with animals? So of course in peace or no? It's like, you know, they try to hurt them in order to, I don't know, live better. For example, in cities. Okay, for example, if people come across wild animal, or I don't know, any, for example, in Australia, and normally people see animals in the street, like everywhere. So what I want to know about the people's reaction toward these animals or attitude toward these animals.
Yeah, for example, the government have banned um, something to protect the the wild animal, but
Uh,
people try to hunt them and
uh,
sell them for money. And for example, we when we catch a fish on the sea, the government have the regulation that we can just catch the big fish. But
uh,
normal the people will all catch on of size of the fish. Yeah.
of course, I do agree. I watched a video and I'm not sure what country was related to. And you know, I saw that, you know, I can say that that area of the ocean sea actually, you know, they caught all the sea creatures. It was
Yes.
like, you know, you could see it was really empty and nothing. And I like scary because, you know, so if they continue this way, there won't be any animal creature in the maybe future. So
That's right.
I think it's really, yeah. And because you mentioned fishing, and I do agree, unfortunately, this industry, yeah, I don't know, maybe they need to, government need to take some actions related to this, especially this industry, because it can be really serious problem in the future.
Yes.
And well, so we talked about this one. In what ways do we cause harm? Hunting, poaching. So you know that illegal hunting. So especially, so for this one, poaching, illegal hunting, because we normally hunt to eat, but we poach for other reasons. You know, it's like, for example, for fur, for skin. So poaching, as I told you before, is another word that you can use, killing animals illegally. Well, and so tell me, the last question, what could be done to conserve and protect the endangered species?
I think we should do by education. Just education can solve problems.
So we need to raise
The rage. Yeah.
People awareness.
Yeah. Awareness.
Of course, that is
Yeah.
really important to raise people awareness, of course, yeah. And well, okay, or maybe discourage them. Okay, if you do this, there will be some consequences. So please stop doing that. So maybe discouragement is good. We say deterrent. Deterrent or discouragement, of course, is a way that we can, for example, if someone does something good, we can encourage, say, you did really good, but sometimes we need to deterrent. That is discourage. It means just make them know, like, okay, you need to be aware about the consequences of what you do. So you need to go, you will go to jail. You will, for example, be fined like this. So deterrent, discourage is, yeah. Okay, and that's it, my dear Helen. So any questions, any issues related to the spread, my dear Helen?
And no.
Okay, and like always, it was really great to see you. I love your smile. And I really enjoy talking to you.
Thank you. And gradually, I can understand you clearly. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. And I hope everything goes well for you. And maybe the next week you will have some good news for me about your business.
Yeah.
Of course.
So.
Of course. Have a great time and see you, my dear. Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.